So before we get started with the video, I'd like to first thank EA for giving me the opportunity to show off some early gameplay and lending me a copy for today's video. And now, on to the video itself. So it's almost F1 25 release day and the embargo is up, so this video is finally up after being behind the private list for a bit. Now then, I can finally try a race in this game, and well, it has been a while since I've been on an F1 game. The last one I played was F1 24, but that was only like 2 videos on my channel, and that's it. It was mainly because of the new handling model that I didn't like. Well, let's see if this is any different now that I got my TA18 plugged in and I can do a longer race this time, as last time I was limited up to like 15 or 20 minutes, but I don't see a max time limit on our guidelines, so 25% race it is. So the race I want to go is, well, Miami. And why is that? Well, quite frankly, it's because I actually went to the race just a few weeks ago, so obviously I now want to relive the race, this time as a driver. And of course, just like Miami this year, we're gonna go with the winner, and I'm talking about the Grand Prix winner, and that is Oscar Piastri. Well, let's get it going then.
Welcome to the Magic City. We're here at the Miami International Autodrome, the home of the Hard Rock Stadium, a multi-purpose sports and entertainment hub which has hosted Super Bowls, Baseball World Series, numerous rock concerts, and of course, as of 2022, Formula One. A lap of the Miami Grand Prix features 3.36 miles of track around the Hard Rock Stadium, and 19 corners make up the Miami International Autodrome, which will challenge the drivers in a tight wheel-to-wheel race. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Andrea Kimi Antonelli lines up on pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Tsunoda, Lando Norris, and Leclerc, Piastri, Russell, Hadjar, and Liam Lawson, Stroll, Sainz, Fernando Alonso, and Albon, Gasly, Hülkenberg, Esteban Ocon, and Gabriel Bortoleto. Doohan and Ollie Behrman rounds off the grid. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. And alongside me today, a man who I'm always pleased to see join me in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. Now, you're the racing driver in this partnership, so tell us about this racing driver. Put us in their shoes. How are they going to be feeling?
Well, you've got to be prepared, Crofty. Before you even step foot inside the car, you've got to know, you've got to have a pre-race game plan. You've watched videos before you get into the car of previous races gone by. You know where you have to place your car if X, Y, or Z happens in front of you or behind you. So having this clear game plan is absolutely essential before you get in the car.
Radio check, radio check.
Radio check.
Okay, DRS is now available. You might experience some understeer now that you're in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as soon as possible. Tyre condition still looking good. Ocon's out in front. Out a second a lap on the car behind. Really good stuff. Nice move, good job. Approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time. Okay, we lost the position. Try to keep focus. We're going to box this lap and push hard on the in-lap. Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach and make sure you don't speed. Okay, off we go, back into the race. That stop wasn't great, we've lost some time there. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Lando's coming in for his stop now. Lando's in the pits. Lando in the pits. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good. flag. Okay, clear. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 3.0 seconds. Okay, final lap. Let's go. Final lap.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. Thanks for the coordination.
And an award-winning day for Oscar Piastri as he takes the checkered flag and wins.
They had to be decisive with their overtaking today as they worked their way through the field. And those kind of race victories are so enjoyable because it's not just like winning from the front. They really had to work for it today.
Well, I don't know about you, but I've absolutely loved watching that action today, and I'm sure these three have loved taking part. Here come our podium finishers. They give out trophies for the winners. Today, they're Oscars. Your winner today, Oscar Piastri. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out? Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.
So the handling. I don't know, it has been about a year since I played F1 24 and well, at least this build had some force feedback, but not as much as I was expecting. Again, a lot of things will be changed or fixed at launch, so we'll just see if it's going to be improved, but I remember F1 24 just felt wrong. This one, I want to say it didn't feel as much like that in terms of handling, but again, I haven't played F1 24 in a year, so I can be totally wrong. Well guys, if you enjoyed this video, give a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video.